Hey, good morning. There we are. Now you can see me. Man, the camera is not entirely correct. Easy. Right. Let's see here. Can you see my pretty face now? Hey, Ducky! 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 Quack, 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 motherfucker. How you doing, Duck? I'm trying to look at my face here. I look tired. Doing well. That's nice. Dad is nice. Gosh, we got a new follower yesterday as well. In the couch cookies. Sick name. Let's see, is the new overlay working there? It is not working properly. Fuck's sake. We're in an ad now as well, so we're just gonna sync time. Sick. That's way better. No. It's literally not. What the fuck is happening? It's like a couple seconds ahead now? The fuck? Sorry about this.
Welcome to All Things Scottish. Our slogan is, if it's no
We'll
Scottish, it's crap!
Yeah, added blurps back. Again. Hey, Stouty. You'll have to tell me if the sound is off or real shit. We're gonna be playing Peaks of Yore. It is a game that my friend Blueberry Pies bought me. Because he was like, oh shit, have you ever played this game? You gotta play it. And then he just sent it to me. And that was like a month and a half ago. I haven't even opened it yet. Hi and bye, because me need to go sleep. Have a good sleep, soul. Have a fun time. Thanks for being here. Checking in. So, yeah, I don't know anything about this. Which setting do you prefer? Colorful, obviously. We're gonna do a normal playthrough. I don't know what this game is about. I just know that we're gonna climb a mountain. The Great Gales, 1887. Alright. A lonely cabin with a view. Cozy. Nice. I like being cozy. Okay. Swear to God, if this is a horror game, I'm gonna shit my pants. Assorted Peaks, Fundamentals. Ooh. The general difficulty grade of Peaks route. Easy to unconquered. Whoa. Technical grade. Many extreme obstacles. Grade moderate plus D. Moderate route with many difficult obstacles. Oh, gotcha. Mountaineer's first peak. Perfect for honing basic rock. Alright, we're definitely gonna go with that one first, but... What's... Like, I can't... Alright, I can only click the book. There we go. Greenhorn's top. Our greatest weakness lies in giving... Oh, whoa. So this is it? Like, I'm just gonna...
Up here, you're one of them peak bagging types, eh? Well, I see you've dressed the part, but are you sure you can climb with this scrawny mitts of yours? Well, the route starts over there to your left.
They're Scottish. Oh, okay. Wait, I gotta... Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, the controls are really annoying. Oh, Jesus. That was just pure luck. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Alright, wait. The fuck is this game? Holy shit.
Not a pretty sight flailing round like that, but I suppose congratulations is in order.
Thank you.
Go ahead and claim your stand. If you ain't quitting already, I'm sure we'll meet again.
Okay. So this is the game. Oh my fucking god. Alright, this is gonna suck so bad. I'm not good at these types of games. But it seems like it could be fun though. What the fuck?
Good day to you, sir.
Good day
I
to you,
am
sir.
here representing the official Ascension Society. Since you have begun lodging here, I assume your intentions are to conquer the peak bagging challenge of the Great Gales. Noble endeavor
Sure.
indeed, I must say. You should know, though, even the greatest mountaineers lose their wit trying the same. In any case, I wish you luck. We will be watching.
Alright. That's not creepy at all. Right, next peak. Let's go. Poultry Peak. Great easy. I'm gonna climb an old mill soon. Essential to learn the pull-up technique. Alright. Okay. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Why am I so bad at this? Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, so annoying. You can, like, look around as well. Oh, come on. God fucking damn it, this is an annoying game.
You're making a fool
Believe
of yourself, you fucking labradoodle!
I am making a fool of myself, though. Alright, here we are. Have you played this game, Stoney? Feels like a game you should have played. 'Cause it's Scottish! No, sorry. Alright, we summited that peak. Alright, I'm not hating the game, definitely not, but I can feel myself, like, running around or like turning around in my seats. I was doing a different climbing. That I know though.
Good
I know.
morning. Blimey, you must be here to do the peak bagging challenge, eh? They say it's the toughest challenge a climber can do. I love to climb myself, though my pa ain't much for me doing so. Anyhow, I've got a big parcel for you.
Oh yeah.
Older fella sent me to deliver it to you.
You got a big
Regards
parcel
to
for
your
me as
first
well, Stone Cold.
ascents.
Arrgh.
Good day to you.
Good day to you. What the fuck is this? Ooh. Comes with a selection of classics. We're just gonna... No, it's for me! Oh my gosh. Ducky. Wow. Wow. Pure beauty. How is this mill something to climb?
Good morrow. Name's Walter. I do a bit of maintenance here and there on old Bessie. Lots of peak baggers liking to train their grips on them old wings. Oh, I see. You're here for the stamp, eh? Well, while you're at it, see that hat up there in that tree? Someone must have lost it while climbing the mill. Feel free to grab it off the tree if you can reach it.
Okay.
Come on, you mother... Oh,
Oh, what up, River?
same, different day.
Oh, come on. We're gonna grab the... Wait. No, come on. Uh. Uh. Yeah. All right. Alright. Just gonna grab this hat. Yes! We got the hat. Alright. Oh, come on. Ballsack, come on. Oh man, this game is annoying the fuck out of me already. Whew. All right, nice.
Hope to meet you again.
It's like nerve-wracking.
What has 5 toe but not my foot? You foot.
What have 5 toes but not my foot? You foot. Alright. Thanks, River. I appreciate you. Someone's knocking at my door as well. Yeah, fuck off.
Morning to you.
Morning to you.
I've got a parcel for you.
I've got a parcel for
A fella
you.
they call Porter sent me to deliver it. Said it was in honour of conquering your basic peaks.
Oh, okay, so all the easy peaks are over
Well,
now.
Cheerio.
I never known a Scottish person say cheerio. Okay. Anchoring rope and safety harness. Before starting a difficult section in case one needs to explore the route. Also includes a safety harness. Interesting. Ropes collected. Alright, we're gonna wear the safety harness, I guess. Grey Gully. A longer beginner's route situated in Sprouting Ravine. Gully is a great place to practice pull-up and swing momentum. Alright, gotcha. I've never heard anyone say Cheerio unless it's cereal. I mean, I've heard my stepdad say Cheerio, but he's a bit of a nutter.
How much porridge did you have for breakfast?
Hover over the tool in your belt.
Are you a Pierce or no? Grab it for crying out loud.
More Pierce than you. 10 minutes older, no less.
Oh, shut it and get a grip.
Hello.
Oh, good day to you. Come to think of it, lifting this big buffoon of a brother on no coffee isn't exactly my idea of a good day.
Ha! You here to bag the gully, lad? Well,
Yes.
good luck in your ascent. The routes here are full of bloody shrubbery and the stretches between the holds are longer. Best be sure before you let go of a hold. Oh, and if you fall down, at least make sure you look good doing it.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna fall here, is what I'm hearing.
Why did the ketchup blush? He saw the salad dressing.
Stupid. Why did the ketchup flush? He saw the salad dressing. Woo! Alright. Ah! Very interesting. I'm just gonna remove this. Why did the ketchup blush? Because he saw the salad dressing. Like, that is a cute and stupid joke, I feel. Mostly cute. Ah!
Why does the mermaid wear seashells? She outgrew her bee shells.
That's stupid. She outgrew her bee shells. I mean, makes sense. Ooh. I'm not hating this game at all, actually. It's very interesting. The concept of it, the everything of it. The controls are very interesting and annoying. Oh.
R1 Verking 15 asked me, what does one boob say to the other boob? If we don't get support, people will think we're nuts. Oh my god, that's like so hilarious. If you're like a middle schooler who just discovered the concept of bras, seriously, do you like sit around and think of these jokes all day? Or is this just a desperate cry for attention, but like totally cute attempt at humor?
What the fuck? She's just roasting you, River. What the fuck is that about? What the fuck? This is totally fun if you're in middle school. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Ha ha ha!
Well done up there.
I'm the best. Fuck all y'all. My fingers are starting to hurt as well. You my little boo thing. My friend told me there's gonna be items to look out for. Like, we found one hat already. I wonder what else we need to look out for. Alright, we're gonna climb this lighthouse. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, Jesus, that's a long ways away. Hello, X-Gamer.
Oh, sorry, laddie. Could have sworn I saw a bloody siren out there
R1
amongst the waves.
Verking 15 asked me, that fine you roast me but less I don't something with my life, then not being a voice actress. Oh wow, like, congrats on doing like something with your life. I mean, not everyone can boast about achieving the monumental task of being like mediocre at best in whatever it is you do. But don't worry. Not everyone can be a voice actress. Some people have to, like, exist to make everyone else feel better about their life choices. So, like,
Jesus
thanks for your
fucking
service.
Christ. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus. This game is easy until you get to later climbs. I can imagine. He saw Siren out by the rocks. Or out by the sea, he said. So I feel like there should be an item here, but I don't know how or where. No! False. You're doing pro starts? What's a pro start? Or pro strat? Then same question, what's a pro strat? What's a pro strat? You swing, then you spam the grab buttons and you get big velocity. Nope. No, jeez, I died? No.
R1 Verking 15 asked me, "Dear you being here in it good enough your voice like cat scratching on a chalkboard?" Oh, wow! Like, your insight is just groundbreaking. I guess I should thank you for the brutally honest but totally unnecessary critique. It's like you're a beacon of constructive feedback in a world full of compliments. But honestly, it's kind of adorable that you think your opinion is like the definitive one. Keep being authentic, or, you know, maybe consider getting a new hobby.
River, you're having a war with an AI. What the fuck? You're fighting with the robots. Oh, come on. Ah! No, balls. I let go too soon. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like brutal though. This AI. Nice, finally. Whoa, fuck. You have a thing that points to collectibles. Where do I have the thing that points to collectibles? Ah, balls! Come on. Sorry, my eyes. Press 5? I'm pressing 5. Nothing's happening. Options. Key binding options. Restart map, climb rope, detach rope. Don't get it at that point? No. Doesn't seem like it. Alright, so this fucking fuck is gonna let stones off as well.
How do you spot a blind man on a nude beach?
How do you spawn a blind man on a nude beach? It's not hard. Jesus fucking Christ. An ASMR style as well? What the fuck? I can't. Nope. How the fuck? You like that voice? I do not like ASMR voices, no. Alright, I gotta... Look down and press E to detach rope.
Would you call a useless piece of skin on a penis a man?
Oh, come on! Would you call a useless piece of skin on a penis a man? Oh, cool. Alright. Let me know when you have enough, dude. Never. Never gonna have enough. Alright, we're gonna climb up again. Alright. It's never gonna be enough. My bad Scottish accent is gonna get even worse while playing this game. Believe you me. Oh, come on. Really? I think someone is writing to me on Discord, maybe. Oh, fuck off. This is making me laugh. Oh, come on. Ah, balls! Come on, Doc, you got this, no stress, but this is a really easy climb. No, I can imagine. It's just that I'm not used to the controls yet. Like, how the fuck do I... Balls.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Tara, Tara, Who? Tara McClossoff.
Tara McCloss. Stupid. You have to swing, let go to like jump to get that. Yeah, no, I get that. But I'm not doing enough, I feel. Like I'm doing it badly. River's being funny. I appreciate it all, River. Truly. Tara McClossoff. Let's go.
What do clowns get turned on by? Balloon blow-up dolls.
Sorry. That's such a bad joke. Do I have more ropes? I do not. Interesting. You can also see which song is playing on the new and improved Spotify overlay. Are you fucking kidding me? No! Oh! Beat to the beat of the drums. Oh, nice.
Did you hear about the man who got turned into a giant penis? He was a real dick about it.
Fuck off. He was a real dick about it? Really? Oh my gosh. That's so stupid. Balls, come on. Wait, why am I so bad at this?
What does a horny frog say? Rub it.
Oh god. I mean, you're probably not wrong. Oh, come on. Come on now. Dear, come on now. Come on now. There we go. Come on. Yeah, balls. That was stupid. That was just stupid. I'm gonna fall so many times on this. I'm already done. I'm gonna love having more ropes as well. Oh, come on. My mustache is getting up in my nose hairs. interesting. Yes!
An old woman walked into a dentist's office, took off all her clothes, and spread her legs. The dentist said, "I think you have the wrong room. You put in my husband's teeth last week," she replied. "Now you have to remove them."
Come on, man. You put in my husband's teeth last week. No! Ballsack! I almost had it. Almost had it. I'm just gonna check. I think someone is writing to me. The fuck? Enemy is writing to me on Discord? The fuck? Why not just... I mean, if he's by a computer, why not just... What the fuck, enemy? What the fuck? Alright. It's in the hand and it's fine. Ah! Yeah! This is getting out of hand. I mean... I don't understand how I'm failing at the grabs all the time. There we go. By the way, speaking of something entirely different, I've been thinking about getting Borderlands 4. It just got released a couple days ago, and Samwise was on my case about it. He was like, "Oh, you should get it. You should get it. You should get it." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I played the Borderlands games." But I literally own all of the Borderlands games with expansions and everything. So, I mean, I obviously like them. You've been live for 45 minutes? Yeah, I have. I've been playing this game for 45 minutes. I'm watching the game from your Discord status for like 15 minutes. And DMing you. Ah, balls! Oh, wait, so you didn't even know I was live? No, I've seen my DMs, bro. I thought you were like watching here and then commenting on Discord, but you were literally just... Wait, so like the Discord status tells you that I've fallen as well? That's some bullshit. Oh, come on! How? Oh, come on. I hate this game. They know where you are. Off topic, and if not but Meister streams and watching your stream and hers at the same time. Oh, nice! It is not off topic at all, man. I don't think, at least. Fucking drop her tag in the chat, and we'll give her a follow. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're a long-time friend. Yes! Oh, fuck, I'm good. I'm the best. Alright. Who cares? In this chat, we all just say what we want, basically. No! Balls. See? See? I knew. Bring another stream in your stream is kind of disrespectful. No, I mean, if you were just unprompted, be like, hey, my wife is streaming under this name, that would have been a bit disrespectful maybe, but now I'm literally asking you, like, hey, drop her name. We're interested in supporting. Like, I appreciate the thought, though. Because, like, that is something that I know a lot of streamers have issues with. Pocket, are you just happy to see me? She puts the short in shorty and he looks like he wants to chase me. Cop cuties, cute and on duty. Ooh, booties, go ahead and lock me up. Alright, oh, ball sacks, come on. I'm just gonna remove them. I'm trying to create commands for a stream and I'm not having any luck. I feel that, man. I was lucky enough to have an enemy create most of the commands, if not all the commands for me in this stream. And like, there are some commands from like stream elements, but I don't necessarily like stream elements that much. What a bird! I did it! Yeah, man. I mean, I think he's got... love you, Doctor, by the way. When you made it, hell yeah. I think enemy has direct messages turned off on Discord. But
Love
we
you,
can
Dr.
ask him.
BTW. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, and you made it hell. Yeah.
They said, like, oh, siren something something. How do I get in there? I saw the thing. I saw the item. Gotta go. Class starts in 3 minutes. All right, dude. Have a wonderful time. Come on. Why can't I get up there? Bye, bro. Alright. If we're doing this, does that even work? It's like there's a siren there. But I don't think I can get her, can I?
What goes in hard and dry, but comes out soft and wet? Gum.
Gum! That is, I mean, it's true. Alright, we're gonna go back to the cabin, I guess. So annoying though. Like, I saw where the thing was. Oh my gosh. So much. Oh my gosh. Alright, Old Man of Sure. Ooh, it's difficult. Twins. Ooh. Hangman Sleep. Old Langer. Wow, there's like a fuck ton of them here. Alright. We're probably not gonna, like, finish the whole game today. I got an ad incoming in about 5 minutes.
Ahoy! Up here, laddie! Take care of those bloody winged devils. The old man here usually brings down the spirit of you greenhorns, so I brought an extra rope for you. I'll toss it down. Here, good luck.
Oh, that's very nice of him. +2 ropes collected. Dope. Whee! I just want to get rid of all these fucking bushes. The strawberries. Alright, wait. I gotta say, so far, this is kind of a fun climb. The fuck? The seagulls fighting me? Oh, come on! Like, I have an IRL fear of seagulls as well, so... Oh, that's annoying. Aha! I was ready this time, bird fucker. Alright, so as long as I have like 2 hands on. Oh fuck no. It's gonna come back for me, isn't it? No! Ooh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, come on. Oh, no, come... Seriously? That is some bullshit. It's like, as long as I'm near enough, they're gonna fuck with me. Come on.
An old couple is ready to go to sleep. The old man lies on the bed, but the old woman lies down on the floor. The old man asks, "Why are you going to sleep on the floor?" The old woman says, "Because I want to feel something hard for a change."
That is so mean. Oh my god. Alright, so 1 hand each on different things. Yeah, because it can only attack 1 hand at a time, right? No birds are attacking me right now, right? Oh, don't tell me. Gotta climb down. Very interesting. Oh, Jesus. That was totally planned, gang. That was totally fucking planned. Come on then. Come on, fight me, bird. Fucking fight me, bird. Alright, we're just safetying here. Right, there's an item here as well. Fuck off, bird. Alright. No, wait, this is where it came from, right? Yeah. Alright. There we go. Haha! Yeah, I knew it was gonna attack me again.
You know, I'm quite impressed. With all that falling, your bones must be made of rubber.
Fuck off with all that falling.
I say, quit the butt flossing with them blokes.
Master! Master!
Oh my god.
Here to babysit.
I'm hungry again as well. It says one fall. No, I think I only ever fell once, actually. Like, fell down to the bottom once. Like, other times when I fell, I successfully grabbed a rock in the rock face. River King's been having a lot of fun. He's been pulling so many jokes. We've been having fun. I'm cleaning my items. Leave me be.
Good day to you, lad. I'm
Good
here
day.
on behalf of the official Ascension Society. You have made great progress so far.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perhaps you have seen some of the stuff left behind on peaks by other mountaineers.
I have. I've found two
If
things so
you've come
far.
across a lot of those, we'll put in some rewards for your trouble.
Oh, thanks.
We'd like to keep the climbing routes free of that kind of rubbish, of course. I brought something that might be useful to you.
I won't rest till I get even a shoulder.
Hey, what up,
Haunted?
Haunted? What up, what up, what up, what
Have you ever been
up?
sitting across from someone just trying to have a normal conversation?
Oh
fight your
my
urge inside
lord.
yourself and just scream out, yeah! Shut the fuck up.
Haunted_heathen_gaming just rated with 3 viewers. Thanks for sharing your community. Doctor,
Hey,
add
Shank
3 to
Mommy.
your push-up debt.
How you doing? I was lurking. Yeah, I'm a raider as well. I was lurking in your stream. I saw you were playing like some kind of. It looked like Doom, but the old Doom.
You're not my supervisor!
Ah! How was it? How was the game, man? If you're not following Haunted, you should. He's such a fucking cozy man. He's playing a lot of horror games and scary games. And I don't like horror games or scary games. So I'm in his stream because of the coziness. He's a beautiful man with a wonderful voice. It is super hectic. So it's like Doom then. That is what I'm gathering. Ooh, a map with special markers. And the barometer. There we go. Alright, nice.
As sure as Grandma's got gout, if I hear one fucking...
As sure as Grandma's got gout. Alright. There's nothing in the lighthouse. Great,
Heckle,
like
I will staple your tongue to your taint so you can watch me kick your ass.
The fuck? I will staple your tongue to your taint so you can watch me kick your ass? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
It started out as Doom 2 mod, then evolved over the years. Cool. Kind of like Dota starting as Warcraft 3 custom. Oh, yeah. That sounds cool as fuck, though, man. By the way, we're gonna do Grey Gully again just to get the collectible. Oh my gosh. I love that Dota 3 or Dota started out as Warcraft 3 thing. Do you know that Element TD what the fuck? There's a collectible here somewhere? Element TD that was also on Dota or on Warcraft 3 is now an official game as well. Oh, it's the little question mark that we're looking for. Man, I loved the Warcraft 3 custom maps back in the day. Played them so much. Especially the tower defense games. God damn it. I used to play those a lot when I wasn't grinding. Dude, fucking same. Was Diablo 2 and fucking Warcraft 3 mods all day long, man. Alright. There we go. Alright. What? So yeah, I'm playing Peaks of Yore. It's a climbing game, as you can well see. Alright, and the secret is over here somewhere. It's Peaks of Yore. You climb using left and right mouse button, and you swing using the WASD. And it's not the easiest game in the world, and I am bad at it as well. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, yay! Got it. Hiya. Oh, there, I can see the item. I can see the item. Don't look down? No, I can look down. It'll be fine. But it's called Peaks of Yore. Basically, you're in Scotland somewhere, and you're supposed to do like a big challenge where you climb all the peaks of Yore, I assume. And there are collectibles to be had as well. Yeah! Come on. Yeah! Oh, come on. I had it that time. Alright. Oh, yeah. There we go. All the majestic mountains in Scotland. They have a fuck ton of mountains in Scotland, actually. It's like a very mountainous region. Have you played Getting Over It? I have not. It's in my wish list, I think. Wasn't Getting Over It like a joke game? Like, this isn't a joke game. This is a super serious game, you guys. S-Mac. It's a good game. I'll take your word for it, man. But I want to try out Peak, the actual game Peak, the one that's been making the rounds on social media and shit. It's a picture! Old sturdy fella with a long beard. Yeah, see, I've seen you playing it a lot, Stony. It's quite good. Does it have the same type of mechanics like this game where you have to like grab with one mouse button? Greenhorn, poultry, and old mill. Let's check those. Greenhorn, poultry, and old mill. No, all of those are good. The Lighthouse, Old Man, and Giant's Shelf. Alright, so we're going to Giant's Shelf now. I was saying quite good to Getting Over It. Okay. Sorry. In Peak, it's more like climbing, but like it's just an animation with stamina, if that makes sense. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, because here you don't have stamina, but there's a skill to it.
Bloody crimps!
Oh, bloody crimps!
Gonna try and best these crimp holes too, eh?
Yep,
Get
I will.
those scrawny mitts of yours roughened up in no time.
Scrawny
My
mitts.
daughter makes short work of these, though my hands are no what they used to be. The key is to make a quick but calculated move. Well, I'll take a break myself, but best of luck to you.
You're kidding me. And I can see the item over here, but I don't know how to get to it. Feels like you gotta get over there, rope, and then rope down. Right? I'd be down to play it with you when you decide to play it. Like Peak or Getting Over It? What games are we talking about? Peak. Nice. Yeah, I forced the wife to buy it as well. Oh, you got time here on these fuckers. Okay, fuck's sake, that's annoying. I took a picture of my old lady name and posted it. Nice. Let's see.
And here we see the Wild Haunted, scurrying back to his burrow after offloading his viewers on an unsuspecting Swede.
Thanks, Haunted. Scurry off to your burrow, good sir. I appreciate you and the raid. Thank you, thank you. May you have sweet dreams. May you have sweet dreams, and may your pillow be wonderful. Kisses and hugs, kisses and hugs. The fuck was I gonna do? I don't even remember. Right. We're gonna drop a follow. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Have a good night, bud. Thank you. I will have a good day, actually. I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to do what I want to, River? Huh? 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 Am I allowed to? Well. Oh, okay. Nice. So some of these fuckers are more difficult to grab than others. Okay, I'm gonna climb on the ceiling. Ooh, time for some Animal Crossing? Oh, like the music. I thought you meant the game, that you were gonna play some Animal Crossing. I haven't played Animal Crossing in forever. I was playing with the wife, but like you can't, only one of you can progress the main story. And I didn't want to stress her out, and it was her island, so I stopped playing, and she stopped playing. So now we're just not playing anymore. Just because both of us can't progress the main story. Don't have a Switch? Get wrecked, scrub! No, I'm just kidding, sorry. Is he like... falling down? No. Come on. I hate this game. I hate this game so much! Okay, so I can hang on this fucker. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fucking... There we go. See? Nope. Balls. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Balls, come on. Come on. Balls. I hate these narrow ass fuckers. Imagine if I hadn't put the rope there. No! My balls! I just gotta get the right momentum. There we go. No fucking way I'm going there now. Yeah, I am. Fuck me. Balls. Love how you're moving, Ariel. I know, I know. I can't help it though. Balls. Ah! Yes. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Does anybody know how to hide a body? Shoveling some dirt. This is gonna suck ass. No, how to hide a body. Like, I don't even know how to fucking do this. I feel so stupid. Like, I'm just bouncing off the wall here. Like, I'm bouncing off it so fucking far. That's the thing, like, I've changed hands. See? Got my left here. But I can't swing properly. This is very, very annoying. I think I need to jump there. I don't think I can, oh, come on. I hate this game so much. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'll lose my shit, I swear to God. Go find less. Too much. Yeah, I definitely gotta jump over. Balls in my face. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of it from here. I'm just gonna chance it. I'm gonna say I can do this. That was risque. All right. Because you see, like, the swinging is fucked up. Too much. Seriously? Alright. Oh my gosh. Fuck this game so much. Come on, look, honestly? They expect me to jump all the way over there? How? Like, how the fuck? Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna get the momentum I need. Like, according to this is the way I'm facing. Alright. I mean, really, I can't even swing that way. I'm gonna shit on this game sooner or later. I'm not gonna let this peak defeat me. Alright. What if we do this? Yes. Fucking finally. I'm getting real frustrated here, gang. Getting real fucking frustrated here. Because the controls in this game suck ass. See, like I can't even. Oh my gosh, I mean, like I don't even know how to grab that hold. See? Like I can't. This might be the worst fucking rock yet to climb. Oh man. I'm gonna call up Blueberry Pie and tell him he's a fucking asshole for gifting me this game. Balls. No, balls, come on. How are you this bad, DrVem? It's me, Debbie Downer. Good thing I'm seeing my therapist today as well, because I have some frustration to talk to her about. Alright. Balls, Balls, Balls by Princess Leia. Okay. There we go. You gotta be kidding me. Dick in the air, but shave my balls? What the fuck, enemy? So too aggressive. Debbie Downer. Songs to fit the mood. Balls, balls, balls. Dick in the air. Alright. Alright, we're getting rid of this. Should be able to grab it from here. Ice, ice, ice. So nice. There we go. Oh my fucking god, I'm a king. I am a king, a master, and a fucking legend, I tells you. That one sucked ass. Okay, so it's still like, yeah. Why am I not? Why did it not want to? Holy shit, that really sounds bad. Without this sounding like me asking you to do something else, rope yourself before you fall. I've put a rope over there. I'm fairly confident in my ability to get back here. How the fuck am I getting over there, though? See? See? Like I can reach this fine. It's the other ones I have a hard time with. Like actually getting around this shit? Is that like keeping me here? Yeah, it was. Holy shit. Like the game's like, nope, you can't rope yourself here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, that's mean. No! No! Balls. Alright, well, now I know. Now I know. L. Fuck you, man. You're an L. Shave my balls. Not balls. A L-loving person. Stupid. How you doing today, enemy? I mean, you gotta be doing better than me, because you're not playing this fucking game. Ball sacks. Tired. Haven't slept since yesterday? Why not, dude? You doing bad? Like you're feeling bad, or just you've been staying up all night coding, playing games? Some form of insomnia, or hear me out, hear me out. You've been staying up so late so many times that your body's like, oh, we shouldn't sleep anymore, right? I hate this game so much. Balls. This song is nice. I mean, it's not horrible. That's true. Ah, fuck, I forgot to jump. Like, and I'm hungry right now as well. I only had 2 sandwiches for breakfast. I've only had 3 cups of coffee. My life is difficult, you know? Ah, yes, Terrorizer and Nogla. Alright. Let me see you put your dick in the air. I've only had 3 cups. Look, I'm used to, like, teacher amount of cups of coffee each day. Which is like 6 or 7. No! Oh my gosh, I did it! Oh my gosh. Oh, fuck yes! Oh my god, I'm the best. Oh, fuck me. Alright, I gotta go even further down for that then. Whose juice is this? No! Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. Balls and dick, balls, balls and dick. Oh, come on! It's the outcropping is blocking me. There we go. Item found. Nice. Alright. Wait, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this rope here. gonna go up. I wanna see my friend's dicks. What the fuck is this enemy? Good songs, but this one. Bring me back to what? Volta mig världen vänder. Oh, okay. I thought you meant this one. I want to see my friend's dicks. Oh, Swedish fika. That's a good one. Oh, yes. I am the master. Alright. Balls. Dun, 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 dun. This band is called the Swedish Bear Tribe, but in Swedish. Which honestly sounds so badass when you say it in English. Swedish Bear Tribe. Kurva onjad, post meg. Pizda. Camera. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Whoa to what? To me swearing? Längtar efter något som kan rädda mig. Vart är mig? Världen vänder, står jag här med tomma händer. Något som kan rädda mig. L. There we go. En story mot toppen. Balls! Like, I know I gotta jump over there. Right? It's from that one to that one. What the fuck, man? Oh yeah, party time. Mig världen vänder, står jag här med tomma händer, längtar efter något som kan rädda mig. I don't want to play this game anymore. Yes, finally get rid of the rope. Right? Yeah. Balls! Swedish fika. Fika. Replace your gun with a cinnamon bun. These boys should get a Nobel Peace Prize, if anything. Have a Messerine. Ah! Kicks, say kicks with a K if you want to stay. Alright, alright. I'm gonna murder this game. There's gonna come a point where I not only uninstall it, but I like actually buy a physical copy of it just so I can burn it. Alright. Balls! Balls! Why did it have Stoney's avatar though? I swear to everything that is unholy, I'm gonna fuck an elephant. Balls! It has Stoney's. That was really weird. I forgot I have this in my liked songs. Works really well here though. I swear I'm gonna fucking... You can add quotes actually to the stream via, I think it's Stream Elements. Thanks for the lurk. Go eat some food. I'll check it out. Oh, come on!
The debt must be paid. Right. Now.
Let me just try to fucking survive this one first. No, alright, fine. You are an asshole. Time for some real workout now. 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. You got the 10. Oh my god. How am I having this much trouble? You know what we're gonna do, gang? We're gonna remove from here. No. No! Okay, fuck it, never mind then. Bolts. And then some Judas Priest immediately after that. I hate this game. Alright. There we go. Like, I did it once. How the fuck am I gonna do this, though? Lover. Other. I want it in a better place. There's better. Alright. Is the rope, like, catching me in the jump, though? No, it's not. Alright. I think I got it. I'm not aiming for it, that one. Alright, so I'm not gonna aim for the big one. I'm gonna aim for the small one further down. I gotta get better at it, though. Someone's writing me. False. Let's see who's writing me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nice. Balls to everything. Alright, there we go. I can work with this, I think. Or can I? Probably can't, right? Oh, yes! No! False. Alright. Well, I got over at least. So alone. If I ever catch that one again, I'm gonna put a new pivot there. A new rope there. False. No. She is pretty. She is the Bella Belfast City. Can I fucking grab a stone? I swear to everything that is unholy. I hate this game. It's a shit game. I don't have the patience for this. I've been playing it for 2 hours. And it's getting on my nerves. Yeah! Nope. She's handsome. She is pretty. She is the Bella Belfast City. Balls. Yeah! Oh, wait, I actually caught something. Nope. Oh, come on. I grabbed it. I grabbed everything. What up, nephew? How are you doing? I hate this game. I hate this game so fucking much. I'm gonna yeah, no, it's not looking bright, gang. Balls, you kidding me? You're fucking kidding me. Like, I caught it and then I'm still fall. Trying to figure out what I want to play. Ah! Well, not this game, I tell you. Yeah, no, balls. I think what you want to play is the new Borderlands 4. You want to buy it and you want to play it. Because that's what I want. I want to buy it and play it. I swear to fucking Beelzebub, I'm gonna murder this game. Yeah! Alright, alright. Oh my gosh. Alright. There we go. We don't have any more ropes? But we're on the other side of this fucker now. Ah! Where are you climbing mountains and if you want to play Borderlands? Because I have a bunch of games in my Steam library that I haven't tried out yet or finished, and this is one of them, and I got this from a friend as well, so... for the foreseeable future, each time I stream, I'll be playing a new game, or rather, a game that is in my library that I haven't played before. This goes so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, and I said I was going to stream tomorrow, but I have to change that to Wednesday because the wife is having a call tomorrow. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, I did it. I did it. Oh my gosh. I did it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just hang here for a little while, enjoy life. I should be close to getting done as well. Yes! Oh! I'm the best! The best! The best! Oh my god. Fuck the giant's shelf. Oh my god. Oh my fucking lord. I think I'm gonna clean this thing. I'm gonna put on another cup of coffee. or pot of coffee, not a cup. Small rolled up sleeping bag. We're just gonna see if we can. There we go. Now it's correct. Oh my gosh. This has really been trying my fucking patience. Oh my gosh. I should not have stopped smoking. Like right now would be a perfect time to go for a smoke and just breathe for a little bit. Oh my gosh. You know what, we're actually gonna switch to this cute little thing. Let me see if I can find the. There we go. Whoa, it's too big. Pee-poo loser. Fuck off. I am not a loser. Alright, I'll be right back, gang. See you soon. I am not happy with this game. Let me tell you. But we're gonna continue. Alright, next peak is Evergreen's End. Evergreen's End got 2 secrets on it as well. Alright. We're gonna try to survive this. Alright. There we go. I'm just gonna listen for my coffee as well. When it's done, I'm gonna go and grab it. Gossifleur, she escaped. Oh, come on. Let me just grab your trunk. That's what I tell Stony as well. Let me just grab your trunk. Wait, let's see here. What else we got further up there? There's an extra rope over there. Over there! I can see a rope over there. Alright, you know what? Can I fucking thank you? Oh, am I like falling down? No! Alright. Oh, come on. Nothing is working as it should, feels like. Yay! I got another rope, or plus two ropes actually. That's all I ever wanted. There we go. Alright. I'm not that far up. I don't really need the safety of a rope just yet. Got a secret item over here. Come on. There we go. Alright. Morning, Hoobs. How are you, Hoobs? Have you seen any boobs? Oh my gosh, I'm such a funny guy. So I think we're gonna swing over there. Fake ID. Just stand by me. Maybe pay my fee. I'm okay. Got a meeting with the well-being team at uni at 10. Oh, nice. Hopefully nothing serious. Just like a check-in or something. Or is it for like allergies and stuff? Alright, you know what? We're just gonna safe it here. Jesus Christ in heaven. Walk around with fake ID. Just got some more concerns about how quickly I've burned out before. That's good. It's good that you're getting ahead of it. It's really smart. Proud of you, bud. Wait, that's not nearly long enough. Well, alright, I'm fucked. There we go. Just a quick tip, Hoobs. If you ever want to play this game, don't. It's so annoying. Just stand by me. Free baby pay my fee. There we go. Also told my GP that I want to get tested for ADHD. Nice. They just sent me links to self-help articles. Hey, that's where it's at. The self-help articles. That's why we have doctors, so we can get self-help articles. Hopefully the unit can help me actually get somewhere with it. Yeah, they should. They're more specialized to that stuff anyway, so. See, like the last level here, I was like, yeah, I don't like this game at all. I'm never gonna play it again. But now I'm kind of enjoying it. Like, this is a nice level. The game's saying that it's a difficult level, but I'm having a good time with it. You know? See? We finished it. Don't think I fell to the ground even once. Reminds you of getting over it. Enemy said the same thing before. Let me just go get my coffee. Here we are. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Well met, good sir.
Well met, good sir.
I see you are making progress.
Am
Just
I though?
A quick note about the collection of peaks you are currently trying to conquer. Each peak serves as a way to introduce a new aspect of play.
There we go.
That's the types of roads, obstacles, weather conditions, and what have you.
Drubs_ just redeemed fun fact. Tell them a fun fact about the Swedish language.
Oh man, I can barely hear my own alerts over all the sounds. Wait, that's because enemy increased the volume before and never decreased it. Oh my gosh, a fun fact about the Swedish language. Well, alright, the one of the most fun facts I know about the Swedish language is that it is one of the more difficult languages to learn because of the lack of sensible grammatical rules. Like in Swedish, you don't really have feminine or masculine nouns and stuff like that, which makes it fairly difficult to learn for most Europeans that are used to like the Roman inspired female and masculine and neuter gender what's it called, like when you bend something, whatever. In Swedish you don't really have gender in the language like that. Like you have like she, him, they, and so on. But it's not like, oh, this word is feminine or this word is masculine or something like that, which makes it fairly difficult to learn as well, because like you don't add suffixes or prefixes to denote if it's a man or a woman always or necessarily. So that's a fun fact. One of the more difficult languages to learn. Please tell me I got both things. What would we just do? Was it Evergreen's End? Yeah, it was Evergreen's End. Now we're going over to the Twins. Nice. Oh, so the extra rope was the other one. Where the fuck are the Twins? The Twins. They don't have any secrets on them. Was talking about how I don't think I won't have enough time to learn Mandarin in uni, so Lulu told me I should look into Swedish. Honestly, I think Mandarin would be more useful to you. Swedish would be fun, I think, but like the easiest way to learn a language is by speaking it. So like, you have a lot of Swedish friends. Swedish would go pretty fast.
Well, how about you try it then?
But Mandarin is the better language for sure.
Before I give that crux a go.
He didn't even bring any rope, you dunderhead.
Well, I thought a nice brew was just as vital.
That is very cute.
Ah, good to see you again, friend. You know, this might not look intimidating, but you see that ledge up there? That right there is the crux.
Aye, other climbers call it the leap of faith. Hardest part of the route, that is. To get to the next hold up there, you best get a good wind up in that jump.
Oh, fuck.
Truth be told, the only trucks I can manage these days is getting up in the morning.
In the interest
Utility doesn't bother you? That's nice.
Self-preservation, we'd like to see
you should. I would say probably go for Mandarin.
It's a bit on the strong side.
Especially if you have any like friends in class that speak Mandarin as well, because then you could try it out with them.
Oh, and don't forget your rope. Best be on the safe side, eh?
Yeah. Alright. Coffee now accessible, also usable with hotkey C. What does coffee do, though? Splash. But yeah. Like, I think Swedish would be fun for you to learn, but not super useful. I'm gonna fall a lot here. I can feel it in my bones. Woo! Alright. Everywhere. Oh, come on. That is so annoying. Splash. Really? Oh, come on. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Oh, come on. The hitbox on these fucking stones. I swear to God. Alright. So we gotta get over here. Oh, come on! How am I not grabbing it? Alright, so I'm really annoyed with this game. Alright. Alright, I kind of think I know how I'm supposed to do this. It's a fairly interesting game. Like it's kind of like chess. Like you gotta know which way to go. It's also a lot about timing and aim. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. For fuck's sake. Yeah, it's like chess. Shut up. You heard me. It's like chess, as in, I suck at this as well. False. False. See, like, the annoying thing here is that I'm missing it consistently. Oh, come on. I was wondering where you were going with the same as chess comment. Yeah, well, it's I suck at it. That's what. No, what I think my mind went to, like, oh, it's like chess because you gotta think about your moves ahead of time. You gotta plan it out, and then stuff is gonna happen that'll challenge you. False. I should probably jump off from there up to the next level. The devil's dead, some say the devil is dead, parroting Killarney. He rose again, more say he rose again, and joined the British Army. There we go. The devil is dead, the devil is dead, some say the devil is dead. Say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again, and joined the British Army. Right, we're not gonna put down a rope just yet. Just gonna hang here and drink some coffee. Well, at least there are no loose stones here, you know? Oh, there we are. Alright. Alright, you know what? We're gonna put down a rope here. I'm sorry, Stony. I apologize for my horrible accent. Crux reached. Zoned in. Thresher's jersey. God damn it. Your dad loves this song? It's really, really good. Fine, just sit there and think about your next chess move. Shut up, man. Alright, so they said, like, to drink coffee here. Oh my gosh, I did it! Holy shit! Cartons of fags. I really like this song as well. The two Johnnies have a bunch of fairly interesting songs, but this is by far the best one they have. Girl on my dreams. We're just gonna put a rope there, because now I have like a fuck ton of ropes, so there's no reason to take chances anymore. No! Woo-hoo-hoo! Vegetarian. Nice. Well done up there. Thank you. And there are no secrets. Who dies in the road? My fingers are hurting as well. From all the clicking and dragging and everything. The scout and the old Grove's Skelf. What the fuck? Alright, old Grove's Skelf. There's gonna be a secret there. We're gonna get it. My fucking god. Alright. Hey man.
How you doing, lad?
How you doing?
Just having a wee break. Been tinkering with this here steel, trying to fashion something to aid the climbing. Tell you what, you summit this old skelf, and I'll send you the device when it's finished, huh? Sound good? Well, best of luck.
That's really nice of you. Does that mean... Oh no, but there's another secret here as well. Ouch. Ooh. Pink Pony Club, love it. No! Interesting. So it's like it won't let you reach for things. Fuck you, crow. Ah, no! False! Fucking crows. Hey, Lou. What's up, Lou? How you doing, Lulu? All good, then. You having a banger of a day, yeah? Oh, who's treating you right? Because you know treating you right, you fucking hit him. No, don't actually use violence. Not even as a joke. It's very bad. Ouchies. Come on. What if I could avoid the crow, though? Haha! I don't hit him even as a joke. Do not fret. Then I shan't fret. I am good. My fingers are hurting because I've been playing this game for fucking almost 3 hours straight now. And like each time you grab a stone, you gotta use your mouse. So it's like, yeah, right mouse button for the right hand, left mouse button for the left hand, and so on. Where are we going though, friend? Oh, come on, really? More attempts at butchering my accent. Oh, more attempts at butchering my accent. Ugh. Oh, come on. Fucking. Alright, you know what? We're gonna... There we go. Alright, that's a good enough. Good enough. Ah, bolts. Right. Balls. Wait. Wonder if I can... Yeah. So I think that's even supposed to be that way. Right? I can see the secret item up there. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the rope. Oh my gosh. Follow age. 9 months. Does that mean we have a Twitch baby? You're the father, Hoobs. No. Oh my god. Alright, Alright, we're gonna... Not sure how your wife would feel about you having a baby with another man. She'd be proud. She'd say, it's a... The fuck? How did that happen? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. She'd say it's a feminist power move to have a baby with another man. Hey, what up, Godsmack? What up? How you doing, friend? Alright. Balls. Am I literally standing here? Holy shit! That's very interesting. How do I... Yeah, I don't. That's how I do it. I am doing quite okay. I'm climbing some Scottish mountains. Climbing some Scottish rocks. And according to Stoney, I'm butchering the Scottish accent. Which I don't think I agree with, honestly. I'm doing quite a good job at the accent. Alright, whoop. I'm thinking I should be able to, right? Thanks for the lurk, Hoops! I should be able to, like, put a rope down here. And then I can just do this. Nice. Fuck, I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm pretty. I'm all that you want. All that you want. In a little later. The fuck? I'm at the summit. Won't let me... Oh, never mind. It did let me. I was just bad. That's how it goes. I've got 10 peaks on my belt so far. Oh my gosh. Oh, my poor fingers. Hello?
I won't rest till I get even a shoulder
Ah, what the
pad
fuck?
from you.
That would be the most amount of stuff in a very long time, Shorzy.
Hey, you ever been sitting across from someone just trying to have a normal
What up,
conversation,
friend?
fighting every urge inside yourself to just scream out, yeah! Shut the fuck up.
Nobles_TV
Thanks
just
for the
traded with
raid,
6
good
viewers.
buddy.
Thanks for sharing your community. Doctor, add 6 to your push-up
Whoever
debt.
is not following Nobles, you're a fucking moron if you're not following Nobles. You should. He's a wonderful man. Oh, never mind. He's a...
The debt must be paid.
He's a straight
Right.
asshole,
Now.
this man. He's a huge fucking asshole. That's what he is. A horrible person and an asshole. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what you get. You only get the 10 push-ups. Because you're a horrible person. To the floor, baby girl. Hey, Pixie. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the stream, gang. Those of you who don't know me, I'm DrVem, variety streamer. And I have decided that since I have so many unplayed games on my Steam account, each time I stream now, I'm gonna stream a new game that I haven't played before from my Steam account. Why is the debt so high? Because I suck, that's why. No, but also like during Bestie's wedding and bachelorette, I smoked some cigarettes, and Enemy punished me for it with push-ups. What up, cum captain? Crudely hand-forged 6-point iron crampons. Crampons? Is that what they call the tampons now? Allows the climber to rest, as well as perform a short leap off inclined rock walls. Wrappings reek of tobacco smoke. It's not high enough. Fuck off. We're gonna... What is this fucking helmet? Is this like a Mountaineer's helmet? Prototype for a safety helmet. Who's the fucking string? Alright. This is a very cute game. Don't you think? Hangman's Leap. Oh, fuck off. Steep cliff on the shoreline. This route requires safety ropes and has sections where leaping is necessary. Balls. Let's see. Hangman's Leap has a secret. We can see that up in the right corner. Alright. Hangman's Leap. The new Americana. Thanks for the raid, Nobles. I'm probably not going to be streaming for a ton of time longer. Because that's how you speak English. So, I'll bring your crowd to a better streamer than me before we check out. There we go. Kurva. Oh, come on. This is what they meant by... Are you gonna leap? Cling to sloping wall by pressing... The fuck? When's the next cooking stream? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But next time I do a cooking stream, I'm not gonna bring out the whole computer. Instead, what we're gonna do is, because I set up my phone to be a camera now as well. I don't understand how to use these fucking crampons. Seems like I'm supposed to walk here on the side. You didn't die. No, no, you just start over when you die here. Maybe I should do what they have done before here. fuck am I supposed to? Oh, there's a rope. There's another rope down there. Alright. She thunderfuck me ACDC. Shit. Wait. There we go. Nope, balls. I died. Alright, I get to start over. I get to. Come on, really? Can I remove it then? I can. Alright, interesting. I don't know what I would do for the next cooking stream either.
Bird. Birdie. Birdie, birdie.
I mean, I do have like a ton of different meals I can make. Or y'all could send in recipes and I have to veganize them or try them out. No. No, come on. How you doing, good guy? I don't even know how these fucking boots work. I think it would be fun to see you try and cook really hard recipes. Really hard recipes? Man. Alright. You know what, just because you said it, it does sound kind of fun. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. What's gonna happen? I just saw nobles use 200 bits. Nothing's happening. Oh, maybe I dodged it this time. Oh wait, no. It needs to be approved. AI song.
Nobles T composed a song for you. Meet DrVem. A once respected doctor who went too far in his experiments with mysterious glowing slime. Now reborn as Captain Gizzard, the cum captain, he's hopelessly addicted to chaos and goo. This track tells the absurd tale of a man who splashes through cities, slipping and sliding, leaving sticky trails of madness behind. The beat is frantic, cartoonish, and unhinged. Expect outrageous shouts, slimy sound effects, and a chorus that'll have you chanting his ridiculous name like an anthem.
Captain Gizzard, the cum captain, sliding down the drain. Splattering laughter in puddles of shame. Slipping through alleys, he's lost his mind again. Captain Gizzard losing chaos with no restraint. Jizz! Jizz! Drip! Drip! Wild! Woo! Slip, slide, wow! He used to wear a stethoscope. Now he wields a bucket of glue. Swinging from the roof
flipping off hope, knocking at doors just to yell boo. Slapstick trails on marble floors, gurgling bladder. He wants more. Cackles bouncing off the walls, naming graffiti in every stall.
Captain Jason, the captain sliding down the drain.
Captain Jizzard, the cum captain.
In puddles of shame, slipping through alleys, he's lost his mind again. Captain Jason, causing chaos, no restraint. Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers! Cheers!
Drink! Drink wild! Oh, slip, slide, wow!
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Holy fuck, that's good! Holy fuck, that's good! Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Holy fuck! Captain Jizzard, the cum captain! Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my gosh. That is insane. That was so fucking good, Nobles. You didn't expect that to be that good, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. Captain Jizzard. That's gonna be my new Scream name. If I, like, whenever I get to use a new screen name, it's gonna be Captain Jizzard. Oh my gosh. We're gonna abandon the DrVem brand. Just go for Captain Jizzard instead. Captain Jizzard, the cum captain. Alright. I was like, what? Why? Something's keeping me or holding me back, and it was the literal rope. There we go. Jesus, man. Slip and slide. Yeah, oh, Jesus. That was just too much. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, woohoo! That was dangerous. There we go. Now I can finally chat. Stupid Twitch on my phone was broken. Well, that's annoying. Oh! Who's got the biggest balls? It's Captain Jizzard, the cum captain. No! Captain Jizzard falls to his death. No. Oh my gosh. I am Captain Jizzard. Laddie. Huh. Huh. Whee. Huh. Wait, I can probably get rid of that one. And grab a new one. There we go. Safety first, kids. Official tip from Captain Jizzard himself. Safety first. No, come on. I wanted to grab the old one. Like, I'm pretty sure I could. Yes! Haha! Oh my gosh. Captain Gizzard the Cum Captain. Jesus. That was such a good song. I hope the clip caught the whole song as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. There we go. Oh, come on. I just want to grab you, little stone. Come on, Stony. I just want to grab you, Stony. See, Stony, I grabbed you. What you gonna do about it, huh? Woo!
You know you like it.
Sorry. No! Balls! I fucked up. Alright, next time I go over there, I'm gonna put down a rope. I mean, nobles came in here and started playing Cum Captain songs. Time for the restraining order. Oh, come on! Hey, you came into my stream. Friend. Buddy old pal. No restraining orders here. We're all friends. Friends don't use restraining orders against each other. No! No! Don't buddy old pal me. Come on, buddy old pal. Friend. Hiya! Hiya! Huh. Right. Don't buddy old pal me. Oh, buddy old pal, you're so good. Oh, buddy old pal, you're so good you won't even have legs to stand on. Oh, there we go. No! Splash. Come on. Like, it wants me to... Ha-ha-ha! Dub, dub, dub. Fuck me. Alright. Oof. Dub, dub, dub. Approval, please? Jesus Christ. There's no approval. There's nothing to approve or not. It seems like... Oh.
Nobles TV composed a song for you. Dr. M thought he was cooking up the ultimate weapon, but instead he became the laughingstock of the lab. This track paints him as a little bitch who can't control his own experiment, slipping, choking, and getting buried under the very white slime he created. The beat is clownish and mocking, with ad-libs that tear him down and a hook that reminds everyone he's not the captain of chaos. He's just the fool who swallowed his own mess.
DrVem, you just slipped. Now you swimming in the mix. Thought you cooked, but you dipped. White slime got you whipped. Captain of chaos? Nah, you ain't that. You just the fool that forgot his hat. Every move you made just backfired quick. Now the lab clowns you, lil bitch. You lost that grip. Splash, you swimming in it. Test tubes rattling, you slipped in the gush. Trying to flex science, but you just too much. Caught inside your own gag, slipping on suds. Whole squad watching you fumble and judge. Coat on backwards, goggles all fogged. You the reason why the safety sign's logged. Your plan got messy, now look at this. Trapped in your goo, guess you needed a wish. You got cooked in your own trap. Hyped up the mess, now you under the slap. Never a boss, just a clown in the hat. Trying to run game, but you fumbled the map. DrVem, you just slipped. Now you swimming in the mix. Thought you cooked, but you dipped. White slime got you whipped. Captain of chaos?
It's a good beat.
Nah, you ain't that. You just the fool that forgot his hat. Every move you made just backfired quick. Now the lab clowns you, lil bitch. You lost that grip. Splash, you swimming in it. You lost that grip. DrVem can't win it.
No! I wanted to, like, just fall down and catch it. That was a good one. That was a good one. Not as good as Captain Gizzard, but pretty good. Oh my gosh. Alright. Come back. No! I hate this game. You know what I'm really looking forward to, though? After we're done streaming, I'm gonna grab lunch, and lunch is gonna be the homemade sushi I made with the wife yesterday. It's gonna be so fucking good! And the best part about it is it's not that overpriced sushi you get at restaurants. This is gonna be sushi made at cost. Nice. No balls. Like I'm gonna taste both how good the sushi is, and then I'm also gonna taste the savings I'm making. There we go. I knew I was gonna get it this time. I just felt it in my bones. Oh, scary. 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 C'est comme ça. There we go. Awesome. Alright, woo! Woo! Alright, I think we're actually gonna place another one here. Oh! There's another guy over there. Someone who's stuck? Oh man. I gotta do a thing right. I gotta remove this one. Oh, come on. Alright, I can't remove it. Let's see if I have enough ropes for this then. How the fuck am I gonna find purchase anywhere here? Ho ho! That's how you do it.
Walker, pleased to make your acquaintance. Nice to see another, I'd say. Now, if you don't mind, I have a few more holes to figure out.
Fuck, I'm good. Time for bed. Alright, have a good sleep, Pixie. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Thanks for lurking. There we go. There we go. Fuck off. Oh my gosh. I will enjoy my sushi, thank you. Oh. Alright, yeah, we have a Discord. Ah, balls. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Is this it? Is this it? Are we? Yes! Fuck you! There we go. Hangman's Leap. Alright. Ah, lordy, lordy, lord. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours on a Monday morning, no less. What the fuck?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You are on an impressive pace, I must say.
Thank you. Thank you.
By now, you must have seen some of the rubbish scattered around several of the peaks.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I've grabbed a bunch of the stuff.
Please bring these back if you notice any. We'd like to avoid having the routes too cluttered
Yeah, no,
with people's belongings.
we fucking talked about this, you
Keep up
fuck.
the good climbing, sir.
Annoying dude, honestly. Let's see, yeah, Hangman's Leap is done because we got even more rope. Fuck you, good guy. I thought it was a knock in the game. Oh my gosh. Yes. Sure, I want to quit. Oh my lord. This is a very good game, actually. I don't hate it. It is annoying at times, but very fun. Very, very fun. What game are we playing next? I said I was going to stream tomorrow, but we're going to change that to Wednesday. Next game is Dome Keeper. Nice. Oh my gosh. We're going to see who we're rating. My God, I'm so tired of this. Fuck, I don't even know who to raid now. We've got some friends online. Alright, we're raiding Sydney Maya. Longtime friend of the show. She's a wonderful person. Awesome taste in music. She's playing Fortnite right now, which I don't support, but she is younger than me, so maybe that's why she's playing Fortnite. I don't think you'll ever get me to play Fortnite either. I've played Apex. That's enough. Alright, we're gonna head over to her. Be nice. Say the doctor sent you. And, oh, it says... Oh, no, now it says just chatting. Alright, never mind. She's playing some... You know what? Sid is just hanging out, and we're gonna hang out with her. If you haven't followed her, drop her a follow. And I'll see you next time. In 2 days. Bye-bye.